So there's been a lot of noise made in the news about the supposed increase in car crashes since marijuana legalization in Colorado and Washington. But and this was put in the Guardian newspaper, and they were trying to imply that there's a correlation between an increase in car crash insurance claims, which has risen by 12.5% in Colorado apparently since legalization, and yeah, but traffic fatalities have actually been declining per capita since the 1980s. If you look at the statistics from 2022, that was the highest rate of car crashes or car fatalities in Colorado since 1981 or so. So about 40-year interval, the highest rate of car crashes in 40 years. But during that time also, Colorado's population has significantly increased, as has the amount of road traffic miles travelled per person. So adjusting for these factors, what we find is actually a completely different story. The amount of road traffic fatalities per capita in Colorado has actually been falling uh, in a sustained manner since the 1980s. So we can just as easily make the case that because of an increase in cannabis use, and cannabis use has been increasing really around the world since the 1980s, especially in the 1990s and early and 2000s, and increasing until today, basically. So we can just as easily make the case that as a result of the introduction of cannabis and for more people driving around on cannabis, that road traffic fatalities have actually been decreasing. And I did a bit more research and looked into a Science Direct article on this from 2016, and they were talking about 172 driving under the influence cases in Colorado. And of those, about 70% were alcohol related, 30% were related to drug use, and a degree of those were polysubstance use cases, and only 3 cases out of 172 were cannabis related alone. So I think you can start to see what sort of picture is being built up here. Yet some users of cannabis end up getting into road traffic accidents and end up getting taken to court for a DUI, driving under the influence. But it does not mean that cannabis actually impairs your ability to drive, and I still think it's quite likely that this per capita reduction in road traffic fatalities in Colorado is linked to the increase in cannabis use across the board, and in Colorado, of course, as well, since the 80s. So I thought I'd just share that with you.